Hello, everyone. My name is Bernie Lewis, and this is First Assembly of God Easter Week Devotions. And this morning is Sunday, the day of resurrection. Each day this week, someone has brought you a devotion, and it's all been building up for this very moment. I'm glad that you have tuned in. I invite you to tune in tomorrow and catch the last of our devotions. And later on at 11 o'clock, we will have our Easter Sunday service. We'll be live streaming, and I hope you don't miss it. So check us out. I believe that God will bless you for doing that. Today, we're reading from John chapter 20, verses 1 through 18. The stone is rolled away. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciple, whom Jesus loved, and said, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have laid him." Then Peter and the other disciple set out and went toward the tomb. The two were running together. But the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent down to look in, and he saw the linen wrappings just laying there. But he did not go in. Then Peter came, following him, and went directly into the tomb. He saw the linen wrappings lying there, and the cloth that Jesus had on his head was not lying with the other linen wrappings, but it was rolled up in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who reached the tomb first, also went in, and he saw and believed. For as yet they did not understand the scriptures, that he must rise from the dead. Then the disciples returned to their home, but Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white, sitting where the body of Jesus had been laying, one at the head, the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And she said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and I don't know where they've laid him." She said this, and she turned, and she saw Jesus standing there. But she did not know that it was Jesus. And Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" And supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, you have carried him away. Tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." And Jesus said to her, "Mary." And she turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Do not hold me, because I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went at once and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord." And she told them that he had said these things to her. You know, when we least expect it, sometimes the Lord talks, and that little whisper that comes, or maybe it's a nudging or an urging. We need to be in tune with that. And we need to be ready for that. As the disciples and Mary and some of the others of his followers had gone through this week with all the disturbances and with all of the heartache, they were really not expecting to see Jesus. But he showed up and he spoke to them and he brought peace and he brought joy. Today, as we worship the risen Savior, let him speak to you and let him bring joy. Let him bring peace and comfort to your heart amid all the turmoil that's around the world. You can have peace because Jesus has risen and he is alive forevermore, sitting at the right hand of the Father. But he's coming back again, and he's going to receive me and you to himself. Rejoice together today. Thank you for tuning in.